So there's a lot of chatter about a general manager. What would their duties be?
Look, it's going to be a combined role, the general manager role. So we're still can't talk specifically about everything because we're still working through HR with some of these hires. We'll give you guys information as soon as we have it. It'll be hopefully sooner rather than later. But it'll be a general manager, kind of chief strategist type role, where certainly be heavily involved in recruiting and then the strategy of the putting the team together and how all of the parts and pieces fit together.
Well, you talked a lot about just a quick turnaround and your confidence in that. Why are you so confident you get this program back to track?
Because we got everything we need to compete and win. We got everything we need, and we've got the relationships and the resources to get the players. And so this is a players' game. I mean, it's the horse, it's not the jockey. All right, I mean, you're only as good as the players, and so we've got everything that we need to go attract the best players in the country. And starting tomorrow morning, that's what we're going to go do. So the first order of business, I got to finish the staff. We got to finish the staff, and then we got to recruit, and then after that, we got to get the schedule done. It's kind of the first order of business, and try to have the program. We're in a transition period, and so we won't have the program fully up and operational until summer school starts, May 14th. But when summer school starts, we hope to have everything up and operational.
Your wife in red and putting up the Wolf hands. I mean, how does she feel about all this?
She's good. She's enjoying it. She's happy to be close to home in Charlotte, where her family is, and all of my daughters' friends are, and so it should be. She's excited.
What's your philosophy for building a roster in this new era in high school and college?
I mean, look, we're gonna have to be a little portal heavy to start. But in a perfect world, you get 2 or 3 freshmen, 1 impact freshman, a couple developmental freshmen, get 3 or 4 out of the portal, and then you're able to retain over half your roster every year. And that would be that's the formula to building a good program and a good team. But we're the first 2 years, that's not how this is going to be. I mean, we're going to have to go portal heavy this year, get some freshmen as well, see who wants to stay, and then we'll hopefully by year 3 we'll be able to. We may have to bring in 2 or 3 freshmen, 3 or 4 portal guys, and then we'll have guys that are staying and taking those spots.
How quickly do you think do you hope to get your staff set?
I mean, look, we got to work through HR, and so there's some different processes that we're a big state university governed by a state system, so it's not like you just snap your fingers and then people are hired. So look, we'll have a shell of the staff set hopefully by later this week, early next week, and then I would say after the Final Four, we'll have the I'd say middle of April, we should have the full staff close to complete.
Well, a lot of people want to know, is Amir Khan going to be joining?
Look, we've spoken with Amir, and I love Amir to death. So we want to do what's best for Amir. What's best for Amir is to come to NC State. That's what we'll do. What's best. He's never been out of Louisiana, so he's from Lake Charles, Louisiana. He went to high school. He went to McNeese. Louisiana's different now. It's hard to get those guys to roll out of there sometimes. So look, we'll see. I'm here to help Amir. He's awesome. He volunteered for us for 2 years. He's been phenomenal. And so, if he wants to come to NC State, he certainly can. If he needs my help going somewhere else, we'll certainly help him with that too.
Are there any specific stipulations regarding revenue share and NIL spend?
No, we just spoke about it. I mean, look, in this thing, it's about trust. And like I said, that's another one. I mean, Boo told me what we had in NIL and revenue share, and I get here and we got more than they told me we had. So I mean, it was under. I'm on the plane yesterday and talking about it. And that's not exactly what they said in a good way. I think that look, we're going to be competitive. Are we going to have the most? No, that's not what we need. We got to be competitive, and then that's on me to spend it properly, and to allocate the resources. In a general manager to allocate the resources to properly, and that's what we're going to do.
And as a follow-up to that, the One Pack NIL Collective had 600 plus members in the past 2 weeks. It's more than the Final Four runs, more than the College World Series. What does that say about the fan support wanting to see this program take that next level of consistency?
Yeah, I mean, they want to win, and we're going to win. And so, I think that support speaks volumes. We love the fans. We love our fan base. And, look, the foundation to winning right now is collectives and revenue share. And I mean, that's how you win. And so to have that as a head start is huge.
In your eyes, what does an NC State player look like?
I'm sorry?
In your eyes, what does an NC State player look like?
It depends on what position they play.
Yeah.
Every position's a little bit different. But I mean, look, in just an overall characteristics, standpoint, one, I really like kids who have overcome adversity. I think if you've overcome adversity in life to get here, you're going to, you're going to be able to overcome adversity when you're on the court. We want guys that are gritty, grimy, guys that are tough. Guys that are going to get their hands in the, I always say you don't put championship rings on smooth fingers. You got to be able to get your hands in the mud, and you got to be able to dig in there. So we want guys that are going to do that and represent who we are.
Along
Concern from you after Coach Keith was fired from taking a team to a Final Four after several decades to come to the NC State?
No, I mean, look, we're here to build a consistent winner. We don't want to be a flash in the pan. And Coach Keats has an incredible run, and he did a really, really good job here. He's somebody I've known since he was at Parkgrave Military Academy. But I mean, the expectations are pretty clear. Here's the thing: if we can build a consistent winner, it'll break your way sometimes. You look at the Virginia team that won the national title. That wasn't his best team. He'd probably tell you that, but he kept being at the top. He kept winning the ACC, but really he was in the top 2 or 3 of the ACC every year. Kept getting protected seeds in the NCAA tournament, and eventually the bracket breaks your way. I think that's what we want to do here at NC State. We want to consistently, be in the top 4 in the ACC starting next year, and then we want to consistently get good seeds in the NCAA tournament. If we do that, for 5 straight years, one of those years is going to break our way. 2 or 3 of those years we'll probably go to, maybe the Sweet 16, Elite 8. And one of those years we'll probably get upset in the first round. That's just the way the tournament. I mean, that's just the reality of it. That's just the way that deal works. And so, but it's like winning the lottery. The more ping pong balls you put in there, the better chance you got to win the thing, right? And so, we're trying to continually put deposits in there where we're competing at that level, and eventually it'll happen. And so, my charge is to build a consistent program, a consistent winner that is not reliant on crazy runs and that sort of thing. We need to be consistently and reliably in the top portion of it.
You probably
college basketball, the NIL, portal, all the. Can you talk a little bit about how you think the mix of first-year players, players coming in, players that you have from multiple years, how do all these mix together now in today's world?
I mean, look, the difference today is you're no longer building a program, you're just building a team every year. So you just got to build the best team you have, and then you turn around and try to keep as many of those guys, and then go build the next best team you can the next year around the guys that you're able to build on this year. So it's just continually trying to build the best team, and that's what it is. And we've got a formula. We've got intel on stuff that allows us to do that at a pretty good level.
Met with the team yesterday. Met with the team yesterday.
I landed at 3 and met with the team at 4. First thing we did was go see the team.
How did that go, and what was your message?
You'd have to ask them. But no, I mean, look, I was direct. I told them, hey, this is what I believe in NC State basketball. This is why I'm here, and here's what you're going to get if you choose to stay. And so, I mean, as y'all know, as you may not know, but I guess you find out. I'm a huge advocate of the player movement. I'm not against the transfer portal. I'm not against any of this stuff. So, I told someone, hey, you put your name in the portal, we'll still meet. I got some individual meetings tomorrow with a lot of the guys, and we'll still meet. And if you still want to come back, that's fine. I'm not one of those, once your name's in the portal, you can never come back. Like one of our best players at McNeese put his name in the portal when I got the job. Came back, he was the 2-time defensive player of the year in the South. What an idiot I'd be to just cast him off, right? This is stupid. But so, I told him, hey, you put your name in the portal, and we're still going to meet. So, look, we want guys who want to be at NC State. We want people that are excited about being at NC State, excited about what we're about to do, and the road that we're getting ready to, take. And, whoever that is, we'll coach them and love them up and get them ready to compete at the top of the ACC.
Where does your work ethic come from? Everyone I talk to says that you're basketball all day, every day. Where does that work ethic come from to keep doing this?
Just enjoy it. I enjoy being around the players. I get energy being around the players. I get energy being around my staff. Like, I enjoy being around my staff. My staff, you ask about my staff. Like, I'm going to get people I enjoy being around. I want want jerks. You know, I want people that I enjoy being around, and so I love kind of fitting the puzzle together and figuring out all the pieces every year, and so that sort of stuff gives me great energy.
Has your wife had to burn any Carolina gear?
She burned that a long time ago. we've you know, she is not. Now the good news is my daughter hates Duke, but no, I'm just joking. But no, she hasn't. I don't know if I've ever seen her wear Carolina gear since I met her.
You mentioned shoemate, Tremont Waters, Justin Tuo, different guys over the years. What's a trendsetter or a pulse setter for you?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've got to look. You've got to get, you got to get somebody you can build around in recruiting, right? You got to have one main cog that you can build around. That's what we're going to try to. That's what we're going to try to go find and ascertain here relatively shortly.
Will, how have you learned to balance confidence and cocky?
This is the last one.
I mean, look, I think confidence is the way I define that is being secure in yourself. You know, what got me in trouble was, thinking that this had to happen this way, or if I didn't get this, it's going to be the end of the world. Confidence is yeah, I want this, but if it doesn't go this way, I'm not going to take a shortcut. There's another way to go get the same thing done. This isn't life or death. This isn't the end. And so I think that's the balance between cockiness and confidence. I'm still very confident, as you can probably tell. But we're not backing down from anybody. But we're not gonna blur any lines. We're not gonna think that we're invincible and that everything's just gonna work out.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.